The Anker Eufy 25C. Could this be named the best Robovac 2020, or is this simply a pile of... Stick around for the full video review. I picked up the Anker Eufy 25C as part of Walmart's Black Friday festivities for only $99. For $99, you get a Robovac that features 1500 PA of suction, 100 minutes of runtime, which is important because it makes random patterns across your floor, 3 layers of filtration, a 600 milliliter dustbin, and control via a remote and app. There are different modes, such as the normal automatic mode, a timed mode, as well as Boost IQ, spot cleaning, and edging. If you want to learn more about how this compares to other vacuums in a similar price range, go check out our unboxing video on this product. Having used this Robovac for the past 2 weeks, I now think I'm qualified to give you my full opinions on it. First off, we're going to start with a physical analysis of this product and how it has worn over the past 2 weeks of use. For a little bit of context, let's talk about my use case. I use this vacuum on one level of my home, which features all wood laminate flooring. It is a fairly big space featuring a living area, kitchen, bathroom, and even a laundry room. While it was not usually used in the laundry room and bathroom areas, it did have free reign over the living room and kitchen area while vacuuming 3 times a week. I had this scheduled to go 3 times a week. I did not empty the dustbin in that time period over the 2 weeks, so what we're going to see now is that full spectrum of dust that was picked up. I also have to mention that I did use this on one carpeted area of my house just recently to test it out so I could give my opinions on that as well. Overall, giving this a first glance on its physical wear, I immediately noticed that the front area is scratched more than I would have expected because there is a small protective bumper. This may not seem like a big deal because you think, well, heck, what do I care if my Robovac looks good, because most of the time people won't see it. Well, here's the kicker. A sensor is somewhere in this front bar. It's actually right dead center. And if the film is scratched over it, or the place where it views through, it can cause some problems with this unnecessarily running into furniture that it can no longer sense because it is scratched. There were some Amazon reviews that pointed this fact out and basically said this thing will just ram into your furniture if that is obsessively scratched, so that is something I will be watching going forward. So far, I had not noticed that it ran into anything obsessively, but I did notice that especially in areas of low light, this would just simply ram into my furniture. I don't think that's because of the scratching, but it is something to keep in mind. Looking at the actual bristles and the suction area, I notice immediately that these are all formed in one direction, and that's because as they're feeding the main suction area, they only spin in one direction, so it makes sense that these are just simply going the same way. They do say that once these become extremely deformed, you should replace them. They do include 1 extra set in the box. Continuing to look at the underside, I can see that the main brush head has become clogged up with carpet fibers. Again, I only used this once on my carpeted area, yet it has accumulated a fair amount. How much? Not just that much. This is a little pile, a little dust ball that I collected for you out of the brush and cleaned out before this, so you can really see how much of my carpet it picks up. More to come on how it performs on carpet later in the video. As for the wheels, they seem in good shape. Everything else is as I would expect. It does collect dust and fingerprints, so if you're a neat freak, you're gonna wanna clean this off every once in a while. Now that we've assessed its physical condition, let's talk about performance. First off, I think the proof is in the pudding, so we'll open up the dustbin, which pops out like so, then pop off the top to reveal a big hunk of dust. Now, should I have cleaned this out earlier? Yes, because it definitely is clogged, but I'd like to say that it is performing well for my use case on the hardwood floor. That said, there are some limitations of a Robovac. The first main limitation is that it would get stuck in some places in my house, and there were two specific places. One was right in front of our fireplace where there is a small area of tile and a lip that transfers onto the wood laminate, and it would just wedge itself perfectly there. Additionally, it did get caught on a couple cords, but that was more user error than anything. Another limitation that I noticed is its ability to clean on the edges of our kitchen. Now, I did not directly put this in edge mode, so maybe it would clean better that way, but there were some dust spots, especially in the corners, the crevices of my kitchen where it did not pick up the crumbs. And of course, you wouldn't expect this to go under your stove or any area that was extremely thin, so you'll have to clean those areas manually as well. For my couches, tables, small shelves, this went under them fine. I was very happy with how it performed there because those are areas I probably wouldn't sweep myself until I finally find the motivation to move those pieces of furniture. Transferring now from the wonderful world of wood laminate floors to carpeting, we have a different story. This is simply on carpeting. Even when I launched it into max mode, there are simply some pieces of things that it could not pick up. Additionally, as you saw, the bottom got a little clogged from my carpeting. Not only is that left there, but again, there's this little hairball that it picked up. So, that said, if you're looking to buy this for carpeting, I would not recommend it. I think you're gonna have to step on up to something that is a little bit more expensive for a Robovac to ensure that your carpet is nice, clean, and polished. Our carpet is mid-tier profile, or however you want to rate carpeting. It is not very fluffy. So I thought this would do okay, and it did okay, but I was really hoping for more on the inside because on the wood floor, it really did just exceed my expectations. So just to recap a little, this did good on wood laminate floors and on carpeting. Additionally though, I would like to mention some quirks that I picked up with this robot vacuum along the way. First off, it makes extremely loud beeping noises when it's stopping and starting, like excessively loud. I think they could be quieter. It wouldn't annoy my roommates as much. While it is overly loud in the beeping department, it is actually pretty manageable while it is vacuuming and going about the house. That said though, I'm not there for most of the time while this is running because I schedule it via the app to run while I'm at work. Quirk number 3 is that this takes an excessively long time to get back to its base, especially if it ends in a weird part of the house like my entryway. I was going to film this returning back to its base in its entirety for you, but after 5 minutes of recording, I simply said, this is not worth it, and why does this take so long? Even though it takes a long time though, it does get there. Just realize that it may just be running about your house, ramming into things until it finally finds its way to the base. Go home. The last and final most important quirk that I think there is that it does not mention when this dustbin is packed full. Again, I did not empty this last 2 weeks, and it definitely shows in the performance of the vacuum, like it would with any vacuum. If we pop this open, we can see that it is popped up right into the intake. And the filters, obviously, I could, clap out and rinse or whatever. But the dustbin itself, I thought there would have been a notification on the app, or it would have not started for a while since the dustbin was full, but it simply kept going. So it makes me wonder how much this was actually performing in the latter part of the second week, because this was already full. Despite those quirks, I think for $99 or even the $150 price point that it normally is at Walmart not on sale, I think the Eufy 25C Robovac is a good deal, especially if you're only looking for a Robovac for your wood floors, laminate floors, basically anything but carpet. If you're looking for a Robovac for carpet, I would definitely check out some of those more expensive options that may feature a higher suction power or maybe more aggressive bristles. If there's something that we didn't mention in this video, or if you just have any other general questions, please do ask those in the comment section below. I am using this Robovac personally, so I can definitely still continue to give my full opinions as long as I own it. And if it breaks, I will tell you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like on it as well. If you're having trouble setting up your Anker Eufy 25C Robovac, go check out our full setup video, which is linked below. Additionally, if you want more information on how this compares to other robot vacuums in the same price range, go check out our unboxing video, also linked below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like on it and click that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos. Comment down below what you think we should review next, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bird out.